Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving my honest opinions on the Black Ops 6 zombie map, The Tomb. Tomb came out a few weeks ago with Season 2. I feel like it's a good time to talk about The Tomb. I have my honest opinions. I've played it quite a lot. I've done the quests, so yeah, I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to be talking about the good stuff, the okay stuff, and the bad stuff on The Tomb. I will be doing a similar video for all the other maps. I have played all of them quite a lot, so yeah. And I feel like it's a good time to revisit things like Terminus since it has been a couple of months. But yeah, let's start with The Tomb since it's more recent. So the best part about The Tomb is definitely the ice staff. The ice staff is very fun to use. The upgraded version, the base version, is quite bad. But yeah, it's very, very fun. The high rounds are very fun. That's definitely the best part. High rounds are using the ice staff. You can get to high rounds very, very fast. In the gameplay I'm showing, I got to round 88. This was my first big round 100 attempt. But I kind of messed up. I lost my dying wishes early on and wasted a few self-revives as well early on in like the 30s. So but it is what it is. But the high rounds are fun. There's lots of really fast strategies. It reminds me a lot of Revelations, if any of you guys played Black Ops 3 back in the day. You can get to high rounds very fast on that map, so that's sort of why The Tomb is similar. But yeah, The Tomb also has a lot of stuff that can help you progress to make getting to the high rounds easier, and that's with all the side quests. You can get things like free Pack-a-Punch and free Cryo Freeze are the main ones people always talk about from shooting those rocks. It's very nice because The Tomb is quite a hard map to set up on. I have noticed this usually around round 30 I get my gun maxed out, which is quite late because usually on the other maps and it's like the early to mid 20s I have a triple pack and gold gun. So yeah, it is nice, and I'm trying to find the word. In co-op, co-op, it is definitely needed because co-op is... I was playing a co-op game and I was struggling. I had a Pack-a-Punch 1 blue gun on round 25. I was struggling so badly. And this type of stuff does help with The Tomb, but I feel like there could be a bit more just to improve the co-op experience. I will get onto the co-op stuff more later on when I do talk about like the other topics. But yeah, the main positives of The Tomb are the ice staff and the high rounds. If you guys never high rounded before, The Tomb is definitely the map to go for because of the ice staff and the energy mine. The energy mine turret is broken on The Tomb because it just destroys the amalgam. If you combine it with Elemental Pop, it has a augment which boosts elemental weakness damage, and you can just do crazy damage to the amalgam, basically making him no threat at all, similar to how the lightning incantation. It's not as OP though, but it is really fun. Just a fun strategy to do with the energy mine turret and the ice staff. It definitely makes the high rounds a lot more fun, and with the really fast spawns in certain areas of the map, mainly the stamina up area and that room sort of where the box can spawn on Speed Cola side, not in the Speed Cola room, but on the Speed Cola side near Deadshot. There's a room there where the box can spawn, where the rounds can go really fast, but it's a bit dangerous, it's a bit small, so I would be careful. But yeah, those are the good things. My main positives are the high rounds and the ice staff. They're very fun. So I'm going to be talking about the okay stuff in the map next. So the map layout is very simple, and I do like it with the teleporters, however, and the sides, like the 2-lane and the teleporters. However, I do have a few issues. The main issue I have is just with the placement of certain stuff. I really wish that Melee Macchiato and Voltrade had perk machines. I feel like this would be a really nice map to go for melee camos on, but you just can't because Melee Macchiato is not there. I really would have liked that. And also Voltrade, just because salvage is quite hard to come by, I've noticed on this map. I feel like I'm just struggling even with all the side Easter eggs. But yeah, and I would also like to add a few more, like the Arsenal machine, the one that you can upgrade your rarity. I wish there was one in the Dark Ether, and I also wish the Pack-a-Punch had stayed because this can get a bit annoying when you go to one place and it's not there. It's just like it's a little thing, but it does add up. And I do wish there were another spot for both armor wall buys in the Dark Ether as well. It's like little things that add a lot to the map. I really wish there was like little things like that. And I also wish depth perception is kind of a wasted perk. I understand it is new, but I wish it was in the Wonder Fizz. And like the layout is decent. It's just like little things. Just mainly little things. Another thing is a bit meh is the door prices and co-op. The co-op, I think this map is not fun at all. Like co-op, as in playing with people you don't know, random public games. If with your friends, it's fine because you can communicate, but it's not fun on online public matches just because the ice stuff upgrade is borderline impossible. I tried it many a times. Teammates don't know how to stay close to the orb. It's like there's not a map if you want to play public with the ice stuff unless you know the people and talking to them. No one opens doors because they're like 3,000, and yeah, it's just a little thing like that. And another thing is the bosses. I think there's a lot of mimics. I don't think the mimic hiding in the ground as a loot works really well on this map. I don't mind the mimic as a boss itself. I think it's quite an interesting boss. I remember it from Cold War, Firebase Z. It was fine there, but I feel like because it's like when you see the thing on the ground, it's always a perk can or the tier 3 Pack-a-Punch or like an ammo mod or something. Like we all 100% know that's the mimic, but there's so many spawns for them. It like makes it annoying more than a surprise. It's not like a sneak attack or like, oh, there's a mutant injection here, but it's a tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. We all know that's a mimic. Like I kind of wish that there was less of them on the map, and the mimics maybe had less health since that, because it feels like there's 1,000 mimics around. You guys probably see it in the gameplay, but like the mimic is like it's a bit of an issue. I don't mind it coming back. I just wish there was less of them, and I kind of wish the amalgam didn't come back. It's just one of the, like I understand with the energy mine strategy, it's fine, but the amalgam, I kind of wish there was something new. I kind of wish the mimic was the main boss. Like it would have been interesting. Then I feel like people would have liked it more, and we could have also used brain rot because with the ammo mod for the weakness, because a lot of the maps, Citadel and Terminus, both use Deadwire and Shadow Rift to take out the boss, and it's the same with Citadel. Not Citadel, the Tomb. It would have been nice if like the mimic was the main boss and then just use brain rot. But yeah, that's like, it's like little things I wish were slightly changed, would have helped to a quality of life or just made the map a bit more interesting and unique. I'm going to be talking about the bad stuff. The first bad thing is the ice staff upgrade quest. I don't like it, or all is not fun. I miss the days of the Origins and the Eisendrache quests where you just go through the map, progress around and you're just working towards something that's going to be worthwhile. I really wish that I understand that like it is like for new players tricky, so I understand why they did the Citadel ones easy, but I think the ice staff upgrade is way too far on the difficulty. Like it's like with the shooting the thing, the code, I don't even know what it's called, the thing on the wall to get the 2 parts is fine because it's relatively simple, but it's just a bit longer. I wish there was less zombies or it went faster. So it's like just fine. So my main issue comes because the next part is when you do the lockdown, and I don't like the lockdown. It's very long. It's quite difficult, so you kind of have to set up, and it's just not really like enjoyable. Like if we compare it to, let's say, the Firebow from the Eisendrache. The Firebow was fun. I know it's a bit difficult, but trick shot in the rings, or even something like the Origins lightning stuff, just riding the tank, it's fun. It's like you just exploring the map. You just go around, you can get your perks, whatever. With this, you have to make sure you have some Pack-a-Punch. You have to make sure you have field upgrades, a couple of grenades. Make sure everyone is fully ready. Because if you run out of ammo, you run to an ammo box, all it takes is a few vermin and the thing's lost a decent chunk of its health. But it's like, it could have, I feel like if they made it look, the process is faster, make it just everything, the lockdowns shorter, it would have been fine. Now the upgrade I do also have problems with, I don't like the upgrade either. I don't like you have to shoot the 3 crystals really fast. First of all, you need RNG that they're close. And secondly, I feel like you need stamina up. or at least PhD slider to do it, because you have to be really fast or have them basically all in a row. It's like, so you need the RNG. It's a bit tedious, but it's like fine. Like once you learn how it works, just always make sure you leave the ones that are in the rooms for the codes in their spots, and usually you get one near it and they just shoot one, and so you only need one to move on. But the next part, you shoot the rocks in the sky and get the code, which is fine. I don't mind it, and then you put it in the portal. If it was just that, it would have been fine, because it was like the old ice staff upgrade where you read the symbol and then you shoot the corresponding symbol on the roof if on Origins. But if it was just that, it's good. But it's not. You have to do the orb thing, and this is where co-op is borderline. Online public co-op is borderline unplayable. You can't really do the stuff in it just because the stuff is an important thing. That's why it's kind of unplayable. Like imagine doing a random public game and your teammates want to do the quest, and it's going all wrong because of this one step. It's a bit annoying just staying by the orb. On solo it's fine, but it gets quite difficult because it spawns like a lot of bosses, and amalgam also spawns at this point, and most of the time you're not fully equipped for the amalgam, so you do have to get ready for this. And even if you get onto this step and you're not ready and you just progress around, it closes off the portal, which can be annoying, especially if that portal is like near like an important one near where you're like training and stuff. It can just be tedious because you have to go around. But once you get the stuff, it's fine. Like it's definitely worth it. But I feel like I wish they went a bit more closer to the original Origins upgrade, opposed to the orb, the purple orb. I kind of wish it was ice themed like the Origins one. The next bad thing is the Easter egg quest. I don't really enjoy it. It's definitely the worst in Black Ops 6. I actually do the actual steps. I don't mind them being simple, especially if the stuff is going to be quite difficult and quite tedious. So I don't mind the mini like lockdowns, and you just kill, not the lockdowns, the mini trials, I think is a better word, and just killing different types of zombies. I don't mind it, but my main problem is the boss fight. The boss fight it's not a fun boss fight. It's not a satisfying one. The Citadel and Terminus boss fights I absolutely love. I think they're amazing. I've played the Citadel one so many times. I've figured out so many little strategies and little things just to make it a lot easier. Like just things like taking in Aether Shroud and just meleeing the feet and just deleting a whole phase of the boss. It's fun, it's exciting, but with Terminus, you've seen the clips of people like using chopper gunners and all this sorts of the AMR sniper and just deleting the thing. But with this, there isn't really anything like that. You just have to use the ASG, and everything else is making it a bit more difficult. Like no one's going to be using like the bolt action snipers, because you're just going to be basically be in impossible mode, hardcore mode, and it also spawns so many bosses, which makes it even harder, because even if you do kill the enemy which has the Sentinel artifact, it will spawn in more enemies, so you can't fully shoot it, and it just gets annoying. So you have to be perfect and destroy as many Sentinel artifacts as you can, or it just gets harder and harder and harder. With most games, the difficulty comes from boss fights, comes with your lack of your things like health going down, your resources going down, your like stamina if you're playing like an RPG game, or like your ammo in this case, which would be Call of Duty. Your ammo would go down, but that's why there's ammo boxes. But in this, it spawns more enemies, and it just makes it a lot more difficult. Once you do it, it is satisfying, but yeah, it's not a fun quest. I won't replay it much at all. Another bad thing, it could be a bit of a little thing, but for me it's quite a big thing, is lack of quotes. One reason I think Terminus is so underrated is the quotes. The quotes are amazing. This map has no quotes. Like I don't even know what happened to Peck. Peck is gone. Strauss only mentions exfil. Like it's just Archibald, Maya, like talking a bit. Gray says a bit, Weaver says a bit, Carver says a bit, Peck says nothing. Ravenov's have a bit, but like you can tell the issues with the voice actors are definitely happening because there's like very little conversation. That's like it does harm the map a lot because like Terminus is so nice just hearing the characters talk about random things like Peck and his warheads. Like it's funny, you know. It's like adds so much character, but it's like, like imagine them just roasting Archibald or like just something small like I don't know, like they're just like, who is Archibald, like this making jokes and stuff. Like it's stuff like that makes maps like one of the reasons we love the old, you know, Zombie Crew, Nikolai, Richtofen, Dempsey, Tachios. They had little jokes, they had all this stuff, interactions, you know, story stuff. It all adds up. There's very little in this map and it does hurt it. So yeah, those are my honest opinions on the Tomb. In my opinion, Tomb is a decent map. It's not one of my favorites. In all honesty, it might be my least favorite in Black Ops 6. It's really close between Liberty Falls. Terminus and Citadel are way better than this map. It's just it just depends whether the ice staff carries this map enough for it to be more enjoyable than Liberty Falls. But Liberty Falls has a better quest and just a nice map. I like the small like town setting. Yeah, so I think it's a decent map. It's not nowhere near the worst map in Zombies. Like there's worse and more disappointing maps. When I first played the map, I didn't really like it. I was like, I'm never playing this again. But it has grown a little bit on me. But like the issues are significant enough for me to be like, it's okay. Like it's decent. I'm not gonna be saying it's the world's best map, and I'm not gonna be saying it's the world's worst map. It's like it's just an okay middle of the range, you know, C tier map. Like yeah, that's my opinions on the Tomb. If you want to see more, let me know. Yeah, I'll be doing more content soon. My internet went out like in December, and I was going to make videos on Citadel, but it's recently come back on. Overwatch is making a huge patch, which I'm definitely going to be making videos on. I'm going to give my opinions and stuff on it. I'm going to be doing Marvel Rival stuff and more Black Ops 6, so stay tuned for all of them. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in a future video. Thank you for watching.